What up, gamers? B from SMB coming at ya. Ooh, that's a little loud. Sorry about that ear rape there. Coming at ya. It's 12:30 on the June 8th, Wednesday, baby, and we're gonna do a little recap today, folks. First and foremost, check out BABA. Oh my, oh man, what the hell? What are those? What even is that, dude? What the hell is even that? Short squeeze. Holy shit. Look at that baby go straight up. And a little cheeky. I know, guys. I know. I should have bought calls. I even got a chance to buy a call right here. Look at this friggin' textbook bull flag right here. I mean, really? Really? What is this? This is like right down the middle pitch. Frickin' hit it out the park home run. I'm already pretty. I mean, we got some BABA shares. That would have been nice time to buy a call. It went up another 4% from there, or like 3%. But otherwise, if you didn't jump on the boat, it's sailed. That ship has sailed, and she's gone. Holy shit, BABA. We're up about 500 today on BABA, 400. Not bad. This volume. Look at the volume, dude. Look at the volume. Look at this candle over here. We had a candle right here at 12 o'clock, 12:10, that had more volume than like even the opening candles over here. I mean, you're getting volume in the middle of the day that's more than the opening volume? Just pure buyers? Just people buy the fucking thing? Like, what the hell is that? This is craziness. Everyone's losing their minds, man. Everyone's jumping on the BABA train, and your boy caught the move. I mean, shit. If I was really early, I would have caught the move even down here. I mean, obviously, who the hell was buying down here at the 80s? But holy moly, I mean, damn, this is a good spot to buy right there. Off that key level, boom, straight up. It just blasted through every key level. Hong Kong loved it so much, blasted that key level. Next key level, what are we gonna do? We're just gonna go fucking straight through it and not even look back, baby. Holy moly. We had some gaps to fill to the upside too, and that helped move things along nicely. Gap to fill right there, filled her, gap to fill right there. I think we filled her. Oh yeah, we filled both the gaps to the upside. And now all we have to do is clear 124. Clear this next key level up here, and we'll officially have a higher high on the weekly. Otherwise, we still have broke out of this resistance, which look at this weekly volume. This is only Wednesday. We have another 2 days. And now this doesn't really compare. This isn't even close to the craziest thing BABA has done in a single trading session this year. I mean, nothing compares to this. I mean, it gapped up from $80 up to 90 and then ended up ripping up to 105 from there in one day. So this still isn't even like the craziest day for BABA, but it is still like the best day since late April. Like, holy shit, this is wild stuff. So looking nice, and that move didn't even get close to that weekly resistance line, so we've already broken through that. That's mega bullish, baby. I really like it. We like the stock here at S&B. Anyways, let's get to actual orders, or trades I made. So, well, and then first, so here's a weird thing. We can look at my canceled orders. I tried to sell my 25 shares of BABA right as soon as it gapped up this morning, because it looked like it was going to fill the gap to the downside, so I was like, I'll let it fill the gap. I thought it'd be a gap and go. Let it fill the gap down, and then go from there. I'd re-enter. But oh no. No. It had no signs of going down. So I'd go to sell my 25 orders, and the thing just doesn't let me sell. So I go over to Apple to buy a share and just make sure my fucking program is working, and it let me buy a share. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe my partner restricted me and didn't let me get too retarded and sell those 25 shares, because that would have sucked if I missed. I mean, I would have missed a 10% move, dude. That would have really sucked. So I'm glad that didn't happen. But holy schmoly, yeah, what a day. So that's basically all that I've had going on for me. That's the only winner I've had today. Otherwise, let's get into the first real trade. I buy a NASDAQ call, or no, Qualcomm call for 145. Strike price expires 17th of June. So we got a 2-week out call. And I mean, you could already see from this, like, obviously I got chopped to shit, and then we just ended up melting down completely. So, I'm really upset that I missed the downside move on this, because this was really the only notable move all day. It was just like yesterday. The only notable move was, like, that big push up that we had mid-morning. The exact same thing happened today, but the opposite. So, this bad boy, I grabbed this at 7:37. I was out 20 minutes later. This is what I saw right here. This is really my only conviction. I saw the trend line, so we're consolidating. We got our low, we got our high, our low, we got a lower high, higher low. That means consolidation. That means you draw your trend line. We break the trend line. So I bought, and then look at this. This is just like, this was painful to watch. And then it's just so happened that, oh, my trend line is on a key level right there. So wouldn't that be nice? That's one of those golden goose kind of moves that you're looking for. You're looking for multiple indicators, multiple levels that come into play and give you a higher conviction, higher probability trade. But we wicked up, come back down, wick up, come back down, wick up, come back down. We got 3 5-minute wicks on this stupid thing, and it refused to break that. So I might consider my strategy waiting for the 5-minute candle to close, but then sometimes you'll wait for the 5-minute candle to close and you'll miss a whole move. I mean, this move happens within 5 minutes. Like, these moves can happen immediately. So that's part of the strategy that's kind of rough, is that you're gonna miss out on some moves, but then you're just gonna get flat out faked out. Like, this was nothing. This was such an obvious fake out. Like, oh, here we break the level. Now we're gonna hit back. We're gonna break. No. We're gonna no. We're not gonna break it. And then it just melted off from there. So if I wasn't such a little bitch and I would have just looked for a downside move, I would have just boom, bada bing. This is how easy this strategy is. You draw your support line right there. I mean, if it doesn't work to the upside, you can immediately look to the downside sometimes and find a winning play, but same thing goes. I mean, I should have zoomed out and seen, in the grand scheme of things, we've been in a downtrend for the past few days on Qualcomm, but I'm still just like biased towards it because you really zoom out and you see this huge freaking falling wedge it broke out of, but never mind that. None of that shit matters in this broken market we're in. Wow, SPY's ripping right now. What BABA doing? BABA went down a little bit. That's what happens when I try to film these videos mid-market, or mid-session. So, I would have caught a really nice play had I just immediately looked for a downside move, because then it was literally the exact same thing. Like, literally, if not that, draw your trend line right there. I mean, boom, breaks that. You sell it short, stop loss right there at that level, or even lower at that key level, which it just rejected, and that would have just been a huge, but it was slow, very, very slow. But yeah, that would have been a perfect entry for a huge move downward. And the same exact thing happened to me on the Nasdaq. So right there, I lost 33 bucks. Right, 33. Yeah, 33. Lost on that. So let's take a look. What did I do next? I am mad. So of course, instead of stepping away, I immediately look at the Nasdaq. And Nasdaq, we got this nice. I mean, it looks like a bull flag. Like, you got your push up, and then you go into this consolidation pattern where we have our low, we have our high, we have our higher low, our lower high, our higher low, higher high, and then, so what do? You see consolidation, you draw your trend lines, and you wait for a breakout. What did I end up doing? I was impatient. So, me being a dum-dum, I was like, oh, this is a bull flag, right? So I see this breakout, boom, breakout. We broke out, but then we didn't really do anything. We just kind of go sideways, and then what we do, we come back down. So what I should have done is just stopped out of that, drawn a trend line up here, and then I could have, the exact same thing for Qualcomm, look to the downside. So I could have drawn my trend line there, boom, right there, that break. And you can see where these breaks, I mean, this is what the algos do. You see where the volume picks up. They see that trend line break. What happens? The shorts flood in, and we get a huge move to the downside. And that was really the only like meaningful move to the downside we had all day, or meaningful move in general. I mean, look at this shit. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? I feel like some days I gotta just like wake up, and that's another thing. Every day we gap up. Yesterday we gap down. Oh, what do? We go up. Oh, I mean, look at this shit. Good God. So, big gap down, go down. Big gap up, go down. Gap down, go up. And then today, We gap down, go up. It's like every day has a gap, and the gaps are so frustrating as a day trader because they just like change everything. You gotta completely change your whole strategy when you get stupid gaps like this. It's like we've had one gap there, gap there, gap there, gap there, and then another gap here. So we've had like 5 gaps in the past like 8 trading sessions. It's so frustrating. It's so hard to predict what's going to happen because these gaps are caused by like no volume overnight. It's just a bunch of horseshit. It's a fake gap that they throw in there just to mess with you, because otherwise if we didn't have a gap I could be like, oh, what's the volume look like? But then if you were to open up my extended hours and look at the volume on like what caused the gap, well, I can do that right now. I can look. Oh, this caused the gap. Look at this volume. You can't even see it on the chart. Like, what the? There is no volume. It's like, oh, 10,000 NASDAQ shares. I mean, it's the futures market. There's, like, no volume in the futures market. Like, look at this. There's not even any candles over here. There's so little volume. So it's so dumb when the market, like, gaps down like that. It's just so stupid, honestly. It's just like maximum pain from all ends. Just getting ass blasted. You're getting your mouth blasted. You're freaking airtight, getting filled in all holes. It sucks. But I'm just frustrated because that was a really easy move. But when you have 2 losses in a row, I'm just to the point where I'm like, BABA is just literally going straight up. I don't need to force trades in this chop, but it's still, I still should be sort of looking for plays. And even though I had some losses on this today, I still really like the strategy because I was just really bullish. Like, when I see the gap get filled immediately, I'm automatically bullish. So I'm looking, I see consolidation, we're above this level, I'm thinking, alright, boom, we're going to the upside, baby. The EMAs are above, but it just wasn't in the cards, and then I should have just opened my eyes a little bit and been like, we might go down. I would have obviously seen. I mean, this is just like, this is way too easy. Like, really? I mean, come on, really. So this is where that strategy also works because say I only see this part of the chart. I only see this over on the right side. You get your high, your low, higher low, your higher low, your high up there. So you're getting consolidation. You draw your trend line. You see this right there. You see, so this is a solid trend line. We got 2 taps of it. 3rd tap is the failure. We break. So say I see this candle, I buy my put, I set my stop loss up here. Oh, but actually it was a fake out. We're going back up. But look what this, if I set my stop up here, it never gets up to my stop. So I still would have been money right there. I still would have gotten a great entry on a put that eventually would have paid. So this is where you gotta have the balls to stick to this strategy. Because it does work. I mean, shit, it didn't even get close to, I mean, it got a little bit close to my stop, but if I would have just set a hard stop right there and walked away and then come back right now, I would be like, boom, I got a NASDAQ put that went like 80%, baby. Hell yeah. I'm sure there was a little trouble, but that's why with this strategy you also have to buy time on the contracts, because if you don't buy the time, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime kind of thing. That doesn't make any sense, but whatever. You know what I mean. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, we took a bit of a fat loss on that. 38, so what am I? 38, 41, 71 loss on the day. So I gave back all my wins from yesterday. Market took it back. It giveth and it taketh it back. So next up we got AMD. AMD's nuts over here. I grab a put because after this big move, so AMD was doing weird things all day. AMD's literally just gone straight down all day. Like, it's really weird. This is another, like, easy. I mean, this strategy is, honestly, I'm really upset that I haven't been using it. And I'm really going to use it going forward, because I feel like there's these moves that we've had 2 days in a row now that are just so obvious. Same exact thing right here. Same exact idea. So, say I only see this part of the chart. Hey, we're 30 minutes in, so we kind of have some direction on the day. So I draw my consolidation, I see my consolidation happening, I draw my line, we get the break, I grab a put right here on this break. We go straight down, but then it's looking like it might want to go up. But if I set my stop loss up here, it never would have touched it. I would have been good. Boom, and what's it do? Just dumps. Absolute dumpage. That's, I mean, the strategy. Oh man, I wish I would have done that on AMD. But anyways, back to what I was yammering on about. Where did I buy that? Oh yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah, so this is what I saw on AMD. We get the big dump. We come right. Look at this key level. I love when I draw these key levels. I literally drew this key level like a week ago, and what do? We come right down to it. Down, like, barely within 20 cents of touching that. Or like 4 cents, not even 20. Yeah, so we bounce off that key level hard. Look at the big volume, too. Mwah! I just love technical analysis. It's so fun when it works out like that. But I wasn't even looking at AMD, so I missed this. I looked at AMD when I saw how hard it was dumping, when I saw how much downward momentum it had. So, music's a little loud, sorry. So, what do? We start pushing up, and what do we get? We get a cheeky little bear flag right here. Oh, look at how cute that is. I could actually draw my trend line. So we get a nice little cheeky bear flag, and so just the same thing. We got our lower high, a higher low right here. What does that mean? We're consolidating. Draw your trend line. I'm thinking trend is obviously down today, so we're probably going to keep going down. So we break. Volume picks up on that break because everyone's using my same strategy, and everyone sees that trend line break, and this is a big old bear flag. And it comes down, but hardly. It barely moves. It goes down like 40 cents. So it was just a little tiny scalp, so I took a $10 profit on that, so we're up to 61 on the day, minus 61. And there really wasn't any continuation. Of course, the NASDAQ did the exact same thing, but I was like, hey, I'll try to find the ticker that's actually going to move. But no. The NASDAQ had a much bigger move off of this. NASDAQ did the exact same thing. We got a bear flag, and NASDAQ, it breaks that and goes way lower. And it has huge volume on this sell-off. So if I would have bought in a really short contract on that, I would have caught like a $1.50 move on that bad boy on the NASDAQ. Now that would have been much nicer, but of course I go to AMD and it hardly even fucking moves, so that sucks. But I got a $10 gain off of it, so not bad. Next play, I grab an NVIDIA call here at 12:01, going into power hour. Alright, so gold star for whoever can guess this setup. We got the shoulder, we got the head, we got the shoulder, we got the neckline. What do? We break the neckline, big red candle, big volume on this candle. I'm thinking, yep, we're going down. Nope. Instant fake out. We got out quick. So, I took what did I do? A $16 loss on that. 16, yeah. So, what am I? 16, 75, minus 75 for the day on day trades, which is not bad. I mean, it sucks. It invalidates yesterday, but really this week is banking on. Which look at this now. Of course, now it's gonna. Oh, now it's a head and shoulders actually. Look at that, head, shoulder, neckline. Now it's gonna go down. Of course. Why wouldn't it go down now that I'm out of puts? Oh my god, dude. Oh, this market is. Of course it's gonna go down now. Why wouldn't she? Fuck yeah, just go right down. Why don't you? That's a big old head and shoulders right there. Look at this. It's gonna tank, isn't it? Anyway, so I'm done for today. I'm not gonna rage trade into this. I know I'm gonna fucking just lose more money somehow. So, yeah, that's the wrap up on that. I'm liking this new strategy. It removes almost all of the anxiety. I have no anxiety whatsoever because I know when I go into it, I have a very good idea of how much money I'm risking. I'm never mid-trade trying to convince myself like, should I just take a $20 loss or should I just hold and keep waiting? Like that's what I did. That's what I've been doing for honestly months now, and it just does not work out. It's stupid, and I've finally come to that hard realization I cannot do that anymore because it just destroys me mentally and fucking physically. I'm just like dying over here. So this strategy, I mean, it's great. Like I saw this break here on NVIDIA, so you see the break. And my stop loss is right here. I didn't even wait till the stop because I saw this huge engulfing green candle, and that was already enough to be like, all right, this is gonna reverse, which it did. So that's the best thing I can take from today is that when I stopped out, they were perfect stop outs. I mean, they sucked that you take a loss, but if I held this NASDAQ call, I'm losing $100. If I held that Qualcomm call, I'm losing $100. If I held my NVIDIA call, my AMD put, I'm losing Oh yeah, I'm losing a lot on that. I'm losing like 50 bucks on that because had I not taken that scalp, and see, same thing right here. What do? We break the trend line. This is AMD. We break the trend line, buy the put. My stop loss is right there. So very tight stop loss, and boom, it comes down. I decided to take profit because we get an immediately engulfing green candle. So that's another thing is that even though I have a hard stop loss, I can still step in and be like, I don't need to wait for my hard stop loss. I can already tell this is gonna reverse, which it did. It goes straight up. And what does it do once it breaks my stop loss? It continues to go straight up. So I'm liking this strategy. I'm thinking this strategy could be the future because if I would have followed it to the downside today, like I would have had a fucking killer day, dude. Like this, I mean, this would have been perfect. And it changes the entire way I look at a chart, really, because it just simplifies it so much. Like I could take off every indicator on my chart and just it's as simple as drawing lines and then zooming out, looking at the macro trend. Like what are we doing? And then obviously the macro trend is in we're in a major downtrend. But to the smaller time frames, I could still zoom out and be like, hey, what are we doing? And now it looks like NASDAQ has like a 3-shouldered head and shoulders right now. This is so ugly. This fucking market cannot pick a direction. Oh my gosh, I can't take it. Yeah, so still have CPI data Friday. That's the main thing we're waiting on. Look at this volume, dude. Every day I make a video, and every day I'm like, look at how bad this volume is. It's worse than the day before, and it's still worse than the day before. And it's literally just liquidity is just getting just taken out of the market. It's so sad. Oh my gosh. But now looking forward, I'm gonna look at the big play right now. Obviously, is BABA. So yeah, this is what you want to see. I mean, zoom out to a 3-year chart. This is that trend line. Thank God I didn't sell yesterday because I saw we broke that. But this is what you want to see when you break a major trend line. Is you want to see a huge bump in volume, and that is exactly what BABA did. Holy schmoly, holy smokes, wow. So straight up today. But now the question is, where will BABA drop to once the inevitable profit taking comes from people who bought down in the 90s? I mean, in this market, you buy something long and it actually goes up, you're going to take profits. You're not going to sit on it. I'm not going to sit on it. I'm not going to watch my profits evaporate. I'm going to have a trailing stop loss on this bitch. I'm taking some money out of this. I cannot take another loss on a long trade. I can't do it, dude. So I'm going to trail my stop loss. I'm thinking right below this key level. I'm thinking right here is a good spot to take profits. And this is still a nice profit. If I were to take it right here at 112, I'm not going to do a stop order because it might just gap through it. So you can see right here, BABA hit resistance there, and then once it broke it, it just launched. So I think that's now a key level. As for the sell-off, I'm expecting the sell-off might yank us down to 113.44. So that's why I don't want to stop out there. I want to see a convincing move below that, and that's why I have my stop loss a little bit below that level. But still a nice spot to take some very nice profits on this. Now we have a big old gap to the downside. We got 2 big old gaps to the downside. So we know how this market works, boys. It stairs up, elevator down. Nothing is. I mean, although this has really been elevator up, honestly, today. But that's where we're at in this market. So I'm not gonna watch my gains evaporate. I am taking some goddamn gains on this stupid thing, but I'm not holding it forever. I mean, we did break the downtrend, so. I don't know. It's a weird spot we're in on BABA, really. It's very strange because, I mean, we closed this weekly candle above this 21 EMA on the weekly, and this will be the first time we've done that since January of 2020. Like, none of these candles closed above it. Or no, actually since June of 2021. Sorry. So this was the last weekly candle to close above it, this green line, with an immediate red candle. So obviously when it touches this level, it rejects it. At least that's what it has been doing. See right here. This was the late March rally we had. See, when you look at this is why when you zoom out you really get the whole idea. You see this? Like if I would have seen this, I'd have been like, holy shit, Baba, it's going straight to the moon. Baba's going straight to the moon, guys. Everything's good now. Bye, bye, bye. FOMO in. But no, you zoom out to the weekly and you see what happened. It wicked up hard to that 21 EMA and then sold off later in the week. And then eventually sold off very hard. So the screen indicator is very key. If we can close above that, I like it, but I still don't want to hold if we go below it because I just have so much profit out there now. I feel like I can take some profit and potentially re-enter at a better value. But it's China. You don't know what's going to happen. So, yeah, that's all I got for you folks. I mean, SPY, just a terrible day. Like, look at this price action, dude. It's so painful. I mean, this is, you get one big move and then just straight chop. Just straight up chop. Look at the wicks. Look at these fucking candles, man. A doji, a doji, a doji, a doji, doji. It's like, you can literally see the uncertainty in the market in every single candle, down to like the 5 minute. And then, oh, here's a huge move. Just dump. So stupid, this market, man. God, I hope we get some goddamn direction on Friday. I need some direction. This is so painful. It's like you get one big move every day, and if you don't hit it, just turn your computer off and go friggin' jerk off or something. But that's all I got for y'all. I guess you need your computer to do that, though, right? That got weird. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. See what BABA does next. Peace.